Hello YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Scale Model Car Chief. I'm Steven. I enjoy building scale models of classic kits, TV and movie cars, and also classic cars themselves. In this episode we're going to be doing a repair to the tachometer and the speedometer on my 1980 Turbo Cobra Mustang. So let's go ahead and get into this. On a lot of Fox body Mustangs, you get the dreaded speedometer jumping, and as you can see here, you can't really tell how fast you're going. And I guess maybe about a week earlier, maybe 2 weeks ago, my tachometer quit working. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and fix these up and give a little insight on how I'm going to do it. But when you see this happening in the Fox body Mustangs, the chances are is you have a bad speedometer cable or a bad tachometer. So I went ahead and got another gauge cluster and go ahead. I'm going to be swapping around some parts, but the first thing is we have to do, open it up. So there's 7 screws that hold in the face. I've already removed those to kind of make it a little bit shorter. And here we have a look at it. Well, the one thing I didn't realize as I was going through and getting ready to make this video and make this correction is the correct color for the needle indicators on the speedometer and the tachometer, and they're supposed to be white. There's a selector switch on the bottom of the tachometer for anything but a turbocharged car. It shows 4, 6, and 8 cylinder. So with the speedometer needles needing to be white, I've gone ahead and started applying a coat of craft paint, just plain white. After a couple coats, here's where we're at with that process. Well, one thing that I noticed as I started doing this is my Turbo Cobra tachometer was an 8,000 and the tach I had was a 6,000. So I don't think a lot of people would pay attention to it, but I wanted to give it kind of look right now until I can get the original tach repaired. The rev limiter or the rev warning area of the 8,000 RPM tachometer. So I went ahead and took a piece of 3M red reflective vinyl and I painted some yellow on the end to coincide with the early warning area that you would be hitting the rev limit. Here I am trying to get everything into place as I go ahead and give it a freshening up. But it's proven to be a little more tricky as I go through the process than I was expecting. Maybe I should have used tweezers or something, I don't know. But just bear with me. I'm using the white lines on the gauge as a guide for where I want to put the tape marking. So there we are to this point. I just need to cut the end of the excess tape. Forgive me, nothing seems to want to be cooperating with this portion. Probably the easiest part of the whole video, and it's given me the biggest fit. Maybe the X-Acto knife will be better, I don't know. They say it's the little details, so this is a detail I wanted, but, it's just not working out for me too well right now. Go back to the scissors. Yeah, there we go. Finally, success. All right, so I have that in place. Make sure everything's adhered down well. As I went through this process, I did not realize that the ribbon or the circuitry ribbon on the back of the gauge cluster that I was using and the turbocharged 4-cylinder was different. So I had to go ahead and remove the tachometer and the speedometer and place them into the original housing so all my plugs would line up correctly and power the correct components. So here's the speedometer cable that I got from LMR. Relatively inexpensive, I think $15-20, and about 30 minutes to put on. And here's everything working. The tachometer registering correctly. I selected the 4-cylinder mode. It was set on 8-cylinder, so it's reading the proper revolutions per minute. And the speedometer is not jumping all around, so I'm golden now. I like the little detail of the red area and the yellow area on the tachometer. Probably nobody would ever notice that but me, because the factory 6,000 RPM tach was a factory option, but the turbochargers revved a little higher, so they put that 8,000 RPM tach in. So now we'll have a look at everything in the evening time, and I missed replacing one of the burnt out light bulbs, but that's okay. That's a project for another day. I think everything turned out well, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching this episode of Scale Model Car Chief. This is Steven. Have a safe and blessed day. Take care. We'll see you on the next video.